Ladies and gentlemen, we found out the protocol. If I were to give you right here, right now, the set of steps that you can follow to get the body of Hugh Jackman or Jennifer Lopez right now, is anybody looking forward to that? This is how any conversation starts. When I take somebody to the gym for the first time, and they come and say, how do I get Hugh Jackman's body? How do I get Jennifer Lopez's body or anybody else? And the answer is that you don't. But what you can get is the best version of your own body, and that's perhaps much better. The first time that I went to the gym, now remember those times you would go to the gym and you would tell people that you were there because you want to become healthier. I wonder how many people really mean that statement. That the owner of the gym came to me and said, why are you here? I said, I want to become healthier. But little did I know that was not my drive to be there. My main drive to be there was this little boy over here. This is me when I was 9 years old. I was the skinniest kid at school, the shortest, slowest, the least physically capable. When you were a 9-year-old kid, people push you around, slap you in the back, and you look at your body and you ask why. It feels so unfair. There was one day we were in this physical education class, the only one that was not football, but it was a stretching assessment. It was the only thing that I was good at physically. I was very flexible. So I could reach my toes, and the teacher was here sitting by my side assessing. One by one we went. And when it was my turn, I remember there was this guy called Jeff. Jeff was the cool guy. He was the captain of the football team. And he felt very triggered that the smart kid at school did something physically that was better than him because he was always sprinting, so he was very stiff. So he came and made a joke. People always joked around that I was very short, and he came besides me and said, teacher, he can reach his toes because he's short. So his legs are short. And people were like, ha, ha, ha. But I was very logical. That statement didn't make sense to me, right? I said, but Jeff, my arms are also short. They're proportional. But then Jeff didn't like that. Had a big hand. And he slapped me at the back of my head. And he said, you keep your head down, you piece of shit. And I kept my head down. But that day I felt like a little piece of shit. And I looked at my body, I felt very unfair. I didn't want to allow anybody else to make me feel like a weak boy. I want to be a strong man. And I had one reference, and one reference only, of what being a strong man meant. Conan the Barbarian. He was Conan, I was Ronan. I was halfway there, huh? When I was 18 years old, I went to the gym for the first time. Me and my friends from high school that became university. We just joined university. We found this one guy inside of the gym called Adriano. Adriano was so big, he couldn't take his shirt off anymore because his bicep would hit his head. I looked at the guy and said, nice, teach me, master. We came to Adriano, we asked him, what do you eat, how do you train? And we did everything that he did aside from the steroids that we didn't do. And it worked for everybody else. All my friends, bodies started to change. They started, getting stronger, getting muscular, except for myself. Now, I had a few extra challenges. I had chronic constipation, runs in the family, and I'm not kidding you. Up until I was 22, I went to the bathroom twice a week, sometimes once. So there I was again, after a year and a half of training. Why? I'm disciplined. I show up. It works for everybody, and it doesn't work for me. And then finally body started to change. I could realize that it was not about the body, but it was about the strategy that I hadn't just found something that matched my own physical particularities. Body started growing muscle mass. I started getting stronger. I started getting faster. And then I said, watch me become Conan the Barbarian. I made a plan. 2.5 years. I was training twice a day. My sleep routine was biohacked. All the supplements, I started going deep into the biohacking science. And I told him, now you're going to give me the Conan the Barbarian. For 2.5 years, that was the process. And then the body transformed. The body changed, and the achievement of Conan the Barbarian, one day I went for a photo shoot. So let me show the world the Conan the Barbarian right now. And on the day of the photo shoot, I was very proud because it felt like an achievement. So finally, here's the truth. I'm going to find the Jeff. I'm going to show him. That day was great. The month before the day and the month after the day were the most miserable months of my life. That was a peak state that my body was not designed to keep. And so the effort level to be there it was a whole full-time job. Besides the university, besides I needed to be super diligent with all the biohacks. If I went in the morning, if I didn't have my glycine after my meal, I would freak out. It was very hard to go to a social event because what is the food that's going to be there? You get a little bit anxious if the food is not what you need. And because I trained my mind to believe that this is what becoming a strong man meant, anything outside of the peak state is worse. So because I could not maintain that anymore, I was thinking maybe I'm becoming less of a strong man anymore. Maybe I'm losing my, masculinity by not staying in that full-time job. Life became harder, and this is why it strikes me. Sometimes the body transforms, but is the life becoming better as the body transforms? Are you becoming a better person? It struck me that sometimes we get so stuck in expectations that other people set for us that we end up becoming someone we don't even like. This is the time that I found out because I could not keep that state, I needed to take a break. So I took a week break. In 1 week, I gained 7 kilos, 15 pounds. That was a very stressful stage to be at. I was looking at my body and was asking, why? Why do you do this to me? From everyone that I know, I'm the most disciplined person. On that day, it felt to me that my body gave an answer. And one of the things that the body said is, maybe, just maybe, you were not born with the body of Conan the Barbarian. Maybe your body has other strengths, can take you to other experiences of life. Not that one, but can serve for other things. I had one paradigm about what fitness meant, what health meant, what biohacking meant. It was more or less like this. This is a hashtag search. You go into Instagram right now. If you put hashtag fitness inspiration, hashtag biohacking, this is what you see. A certain type of standard. It makes people think that if it's not like that, then it's not fit. If it's not like that, then it's not healthy. If it's not like that, then it's not optimized. What is the full expression of the power of your own body? What if this could be different? And in fact, there's this book called Athlete by Howard Schatz. What he did is that he took pictures of the bodies of Olympic athletes. Look at the variety. Look at the differences. Look of all the richness of styles that this body can adopt once they express what they were born to become. What would your life be like if fitness was no longer a hostage of the ego? And fitness was not supposed to make your body, manipulate your body to fulfill an unmet need of yours. But fitness was just a way to allow the body to transform in what it wants to become. And so that is a practice of asking the body a question. The meta-transformation, the body meta-transformation, is about transforming the way that we transform the body. What if we let the body be the guide? Instead of you defining what biohack is going to be, what if you could ask the body? If you get yourself in a meditative state, in a journal, and you ask to your body, what do you need me to do in order to heal? What do you need me to learn? What do you need me to let go of? This is what I call body talk. You start realizing that there's an answer. And the body has its own potential, its own fully expressed form that you can serve to become. And one day, you understand exactly why you were born with this specific body. To me, it came full circle when my dad, this guy's my dad, in 2019, he almost passed away. He's very well now, but he was found unconscious. But when he was in that state, he came to me and said, Ronan, I don't want to die. I want to finally take a little bit of care of my body. But I don't know where to start. I never done this. I never cared about my health. And I have chronic constipation, bronchitis, low cardiac function, and low immune system. I have no idea what to do. And I said, in 3 months, my dad lost 14 kilos. And he gained a new perspective of life. Before, he could barely walk. Later, he bought a bicycle. He rides his bicycle twice a day today. And then I look at this guy, and I see how strong he is, how strong he's ever been. And maybe he just needed this body with these challenges to learn that and figure that out. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you never get to the body of Hugh Jackman and Jennifer Lopez. But you get to transform and experience the ultimate version of your own. One day this makes sense, and one day you understand why. Thank you very much.